Hi, I'm David Galvez. Bienvenidos a Honduras. I will tell you about our country's protocols and how to follow them so your trip, business, or vacational can become an incredible experience. First, let's talk about our entry and immigration protocols. Here in Honduras, we require a passport valid 6 months after entry. For most travelers, we give a visa that is valid for 90 days to stay in the country. Of course, we have our customs declaration. Please make sure to be honest in sharing information about money, electronics, and other such devices that require declaration. It is key to know where Honduras is located in the map. We are located in the very center of Central America, where our borders share Guatemala, on the south side, El Salvador, and on the west side, they share with Nicaragua. In Honduras, we're in touch with both oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic, which make our culture even richer with the fishes that come from them. Our country is a unitary republic with a democratic system. As well, we operate with a presidential system. Similar to the US, we have the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. They both operate with their own checks and balances in order to limit the concentration of power. Our key allies are Mexico, the United States, El Salvador, Guatemala, Taiwan, Colombia, the European Union, and El SICA. Our economy is El Lempira. 24 lempiras are added up into $1. El Lempira comes from a very famous, a hero to our culture. El Indio Lempira was a fighter for independence. So we take great pride in our economy. The largest industries here in Honduras are sugarcane plantations, coffee, woven materials, and cigars. If you're visiting Honduras, it is essential for you to know our culture. Here in Honduras, our greetings are very important. In order for you to greet a person and to demonstrate respect, you ought to extend your hand and have a firm handshake. If you're sitting down at a table, you're expected to rise, look the other person in the eyes, introduce yourself, and give them a warm, firm handshake. When visiting a personal home, it is always wise to accept the food and drink that is offered. You're not required to finish the plate or to drink the whole cup, but even if you just eat a little bit, that is good enough. Another thing is pointing fingers. When we have a conversation, we like to keep our hands below our waist. Pointing fingers is a sign of dominance and a sign of disrespect. So I would highly suggest if you keep your hands below your waist. In order to maintain formality and express respect, we use titles like Señor, Señora, Licenciado, depending on the person and of course, if the person is involved in government. It is important to always maintain a tone of respect towards our elders. For our attire or dress code, always wear something modest, not too much cleavage, something very integral. Since here in Honduras, we're very traditional. For our business attire, it is always recommended to wear a suit. Our colors for our business transactions are blue or white. Lastly, criticizing traditional familial rules is a no-go. The Honduran culture is very traditional, and we keep our traditional reforms and we think of them very highly. So I would suggest to keep those criticisms to your own. Enjoy your visit.